I've stopped trying to wash the scent from your favorite chair. I just sit in the silence and pretend you're still there. The bruising is deep, a dull shade of blue, but it's the last physical thing I have left of you. I'm guarding the hurt like a gutter in flame, whispering mercy and whispering your name. They tell me to move, they tell me to rise, but they don't see the world through these heavy eyes. If I let the pain go, then I'm truly alone, and I'd rather have thorns than a heart made of stone. So I'm finding a comfort in the ache, a rhythm in the way that I'm starting to break. It's a familiar way, it's a gravity I know, and it's the only thing keeping me from letting you go. The sharpest of stings is a soft lullaby underneath the hollowed out permanent sky. I'm not looking for healing, I'm not looking to wake. I'm just finding a comfort in the ache. There's a strange kind of peace in the never again, a house with no windows to let the light in. I've memorized every jagged, torn edge of the promises made on the window ledge. If I'm hurting this much, then you must have been real, and that's a small price for the way that I feel. It's a blanket of lead, it's a crown made of rust, but it's better than turning our own ways to dust. Don't offer me bandages, don't offer me gold. I'm staying right here in the damp, in the cold, because the moment it stops is the moment you're gone, and I can't face the terror of a painless dawn. So I'm finding a comfort in the ache, a rhythm in the way that I'm starting to break. It's a familiar weight, it's a gravity I know, and it's the only thing keeping me from letting you go. The sharpest of stings is a soft lullaby underneath the hollowed out permanent sky. I'm not looking for healing, I'm not looking to wake. I'm just finding a comfort in the ache. It's warm in its own twisted way. It's the only thing that's decided to stay. My comfort, the ache. 1,000 times before, but today they sound like a final bell, the start of a story I don't wanna tell. You're checking your watch, you're checking the time, while I'm checking my heart for a reason or rhyme. The air in this hallway is starting to freeze. I'm losing my balance, I'm down on my knees. Before you turn that handle, before you go cold, think of the secrets we haven't yet told. Don't walk away into the gray, don't leave me with words that I'm dying to say. The world is too big and the night is too long to wake up tomorrow and find you are gone. If you take that step, if you cross that line, you're taking the pieces of everything mine. Just stay for a second, just look at my face. Don't walk away from this place. You're wearing the jacket I bought you last fall, the one that you wore when we fell 10 feet tall. Now the fabric looks heavy, the zipper is stuck, like our love ran out of its very last luck. You've got your back to me, stiff as a board, ignoring the memories we can't afford. Is it the fighting, the silence, the way that I am? I'll change every shadow, I'll be who I can. Just don't let the hinges scream out your goodbye. Don't let the truth become one giant lie. I'm begging the floorboards to hold on to your feet before this forever is made incomplete. Don't walk away into the gray, don't leave me with words that I'm dying to say. The world is too big and the night is too long to wake up tomorrow and find you are gone. If you take that step, if you cross that line, you're taking the pieces of everything mine. Just stay for a second, just look at my face. Don't walk away from this place. Wait, just one more minute. The house is so quiet with you not in it. Please don't walk away. I'm staring at the wallpaper, the faded floral blue, but the patterns start to shift until they look like you. I turn the television on to drown the silence out, but the static forms a profile It's the echo of your face in the morning light, the curve of your shoulder and in the middle of the night. I'm reaching for features that are made of smoke and mist, searching for a forehead that I haven't even kissed. In a week or a month or a lifetime of gone, the image of you is still etched on the dawn. A ghost in the hallway, a blur in the space, just a hollowed out echo of your face. I saw you in the steam rising off my coffee cup, a momentary vision before the heat gave up. I walked into the market and I saw you in the crowd, but it was just a stranger, and the silence got so loud. It's like my retinas are burned from looking at the sun, and I'm seeing spots of you and everyone. Is it my mind playing tricks or a glitch in the dark? Is it a desperate attempt to find a single spark? I'm tracing the shadows on the ceiling above, trying to reconstruct the architecture of our love. But the lines are all shaky and the edges are frayed in this lonely private masquerade. It's the echo of your face in the morning light, the curve of your shoulder in the middle of the night. I'm reaching for features that are made of smoke and mist, searching for a forehead that I haven't even kissed. In a week or a month or a lifetime of gone, the image of you is still etched on the dawn. A ghost in the hallway, a blur in the space, just the hollowed of your face, fading, but never quite gone, like a photograph left out in the lawn. I see you where you used to be, until the echo is all I can see. I see you in the steam on the bathroom glass, a flicker in the crowd as the strangers pass. I went to pour a glass, but I grabbed two instead. Habit is a hunger that refuses to be fed. I'm talking to the corner where you used to stand, reaching for the shadow of a vanished hand. The scent of your sweater is fading away like the light at the end of a rainy day. I'm chasing a silhouette, catching the wind, wondering where your life ends and mine should begin. Now I'm living with the ghost of a memory, a hollowed out version of sitting in the wreckage of a Tuesday night, trying to remember the way you caught the light. The boxes are stacked, the labels are clear, but I'm hunting for ghosts of the person I held dear. I don't want the anger, I don't want the blame, I just want the sound of the way you said my name. The walls are peeling, the carpet is worn, and the fabric of us is jagged and torn. But deep in the pockets of an old winter coat, I found a good morning you once hastily wrote. And I'm trying to hold on to the joy we made before the colors began to settle and fade. Like a handful of water, like a spark in the rain, I'm grasping for sweetness to offset the pain. I know that it's over, I know that you're gone, but I need a reason to face the next dawn. So I'm locking the laughter inside of my chest and letting the sorrow take care of the rest. I remember the beach and the salt on your skin, the way that we laughed till the stars started thin. It's a different version of the story we told before the forever grew heavy and cold. If I only remember the slamming of doors, I'll lose the person who used to be yours. It's a desperate grip on a vanishing thread to keep all the beautiful out of the dead. I'm filtering out all the static and screams to keep you alive in the best of my dreams. Because hate is a fire that burns itself out, but the joy is the only thing I can't live without. Yeah, I'm trying to hold on to the joy we made before the colors began to settle and fade. Like a handful of water, like a spark in the rain, I'm grasping for sweetness to offset the pain. I know that it's over, I know that you're gone, but I need a reason to face the next dawn. So I'm locking the laughter inside of my chest and letting the sorrow take care of the rest. Just one more smile before I let go, the warmest of memories in a world made of snow. The joy, the joy. The jar's still sitting on the kitchen shelf, a golden lie I keep telling myself. I remember the sweetness to stick to your skin, of the way that you love me, the way you let me in. But I opened the lid and the color was gone, like a summer that died at the break of the dawn. My throat is dry, my tongue is late from all of the sweets that you already said. I'm reaching for sugar, I'm reaching for gold, but everything's gray and everything's cold. Now it's just honey turned to ash in my mouth. The wind's blowing cold and the birds are flying south. What used to be nectar is grit on my teeth, a beautiful surface with nothing beneath. I'm choking on shadows of what used to be when your love was a garden and you were for me. But the fire went out and it happened so fast. Now I'm left with the honey turned to ash. I'm sweeping the dust from the center of the floor, but the more that I clean, there's always some more. It's in the bed sheets, it's under my nails, the residue left when a forever fails. You tasted like sunlight, you tasted like home. Now you do you burn something so liquid and bright? How do you turn all that warmth into night? I'm looking for sparks in the soot on the ground, but the only thing left is a hollowed out sound. A bee with no sting, a heart with no queen, and the dirtiest ending that I've ever seen. Yeah, it's just honey turn to ash in my mouth. The wind's blowing cold and the birds are flying south. What used to be nectar is grit on my teeth, a beautiful surface with nothing beneath. I'm choking on shadows of what used to be, when your love was a garden and you were for me. But the fire went out and it happened so fast. Now I'm left with the honey turned to ash. So bitter, so black, the sweetness is never ever coming back. Just dust on the spoon, just a dark empty moon. To ash. The closets are gaping, wide ribbon wide, like a rib cage with nothing left living inside. I watched you take the paintings, the books and the lamp. Now the corner's a shadow and the air's getting damp. You even took the rug where the sunlight used to land, leaving me with floorboards and a shaking empty hand. I thought we divided the his and the hers, but the line in the middle is just static and blurs. You're loading the trunk and you're checking the tires, while I'm watching the color drain out of your eyes. Now I'm leaving with nothing, not even a name, just a hollowed out heart and a flickering flame. You took the forever and you took the always, and left me the echo in these long empty hallways. No map for the future, no keys to the past, just a handful of shadows that weren't meant to last. The house is still standing, but the soul has been sold, and I'm leaving with nothing but the cold. I looked in the mirror, but I couldn't find me. I'm just a blank space where a person should be. Did you pack up my laughter? Did you box up my pride? Is it tucked in the suitcase you've got by your side? Because I'm reaching for memories and finding only dust in the rusted out hinges of a broken down trust. Take the table, take the chairs, take the bed where we dreamed. It was never as solid as it always had seemed. But how do I carry a life that's been cleared when the person but the cold. No, no baggage, no weight, just the silence of a final too late. Empty pockets, empty chest. Let the wind take the rest. The moon must be hiding, ashamed of the view of a room filled with shadows that look just like you. I've reached for the lamp, but I leave it alone. There's a comfort in sitting here, cold and unknown. The clock on the mantle is counting the cost of every someday we already lost. I used to find guidance in heavens above, back when the constellations looked like our love. But now it's just empty, a velvet abyss with no light to show me the parts that I miss. It's a midnight without stars, a sky with no soul, a map with no ink, and a heart with a hole. I'm reaching for something that isn't there now, just trying to breathe, but I don't know how. The darkness is heavy, it's pulling me down in a sea of forever where I'm starting to drown. No flicker of hope, no silver or blue, just a midnight without stars and a life without you. I remember you said that the dark wasn't bad, that it's just the blank canvas that we never had. But you took all the colors when you walked away and left me this charcoal, this endless decay. And all the silence is screaming your name in the hall, and there's nowhere to run when you've hit every wall. Even the North Star is giving up hope. I'm at the frayed end of a very long rope, wishing for lightning to tear through the black, just to see for a second the way to get back. But the clouds are like lead and they won't let me through to the version of me that was tethered to you. It's a midnight without stars, a sky with no soul, a map with no ink, and a heart with a hole. I'm reaching for something that isn't there now, just trying to breathe, but I don't know how. The darkness is heavy. without you. I'm looking at the map, but the scale is all wrong. The road to your heart has grown way too long. We're sitting on the sofa, just inches apart, but there's 1,000 miles of desert in the middle of my heart. I reach for your hand and I find only air. You're looking right at me, but you're not really there. We used to be a bridge, now we're just the shore, watching the waves take away what we were before. I'm shouting across, but the wind's in the way, and I've run out of things I can say. Now there's nothing but distance between me and you, a vast empty ocean of what did we do? No bridges to cross and no stars left to guide, just the cold growing space that we're keeping inside. I can see you retreating, the ghost in the haze, in the widening gap of our separate ways. No touch and no tether, no resistance, just nothing but distance, just nothing but distance. Your voice sounds like a radio from a different town, static and fading as the sun's going down. We're sharing a ceiling, we're sharing the floor, but we're strangers who don't know each other anymore. The silence is a canyon, deep and wide, and I'm standing alone on the losing side. I try to pack a bag for the journey to us, but the engine is dead and the tires are rust. I'm walking towards you, but the horizon just moves further away from the life that we choose. It's a long distance love in a 2-bedroom flat, and there's no coming back from a silence like that. Yeah, there's nothing but distance between me and you, a vast empty ocean of what did we do? No bridges to cross and no stars left to guide, just the cold growing space that we're keeping inside. I can see you retreating, a ghost in the haze, in the widening gap of our separate ways. No touch, no tether, no resistance, just nothing but distance, just nothing but distance. So far away, though you're right in front of me, just a horizon as far as the eye can see. Distance, nothing but distance. like a garden waking up far too soon. You brought them in, a wild, tangled mess, a peace offering in a floral dress. But the water's gone stagnant, the glass has a stain, and the only thing growing in here is the pain. I watched the first one curl its edges to black, a tiny slow signal you weren't coming back. Now the stems are all brittle, the life has been drained, and I'm the only witness of the beauty that remained. Now it's just petals in the dust, a graveyard on the floor, the I'm sorry's and I love yous that don't matter anymore. What used to be velvet is paper and bone, scattered in the corners where I sit alone. A ghost of a fragrance, a trick of the light on the shriveled up remains of a midsummer night. No bloom and no beauty, just a broken trust and a handful of petals in the dust. Try to sweep them up, but the broom felt too heavy, like trying to hold back a flood with a levee. I touched a rose and it turned into grit, like every last promise and the way that we quit. You can't press a memory back into the stem once the seasons have decided to finish with them. Should I leave them right there, let the carpet turn gray, let the wind from the window blow us all away? Because cleaning it up feels like saying goodbye to the only living thing that didn't tell me a lie. Before it grew tired, before it grew old, in a house that's grown suddenly violently cold. Yeah, it's just petals in the dust, a graveyard on the floor, the I'm sorry's and I love yous that don't matter anymore. What used to be velvet is paper and bone, scattered in the corners where I sit alone. A ghost of a fragrance, a trick of the light on the shriveled up remains of a midsummer night. No bloom and no beauty, just a broken trust in a handful of petals in the dust. Crunching under my feet, the sound of never again. Once it was sweet, now it's just where we end, red to brown to the ground. Petals in the dust. Sound of a window being shut. Sound of a window being shut. I check the windows and I check the seals, but I can't stop the way this ceiling feels. The sky outside is a perfect mocking blue, not a single cloud to blame the weather on or you, but there's a drip drop echoing in the hall, and a dampness creeping up every single wall. I'm wearing my coat in the living room chair, trying to dry the silver from my hair. The carpet is soaked, the floorboards are black, and there's no umbrella to hold the memory back. It's raining indoors, a storm in the hall. The water is rising and I'm starting to fall. The storm didn't stay on the other side of the glass. It followed your ghost and it won't let me pass. No thunder, no lightning, just a steady cold pour of everything we aren't anymore. I'm drowning in a house that used to be a shore. Now it's raining indoors. The salt is stinging in the corners of my eyes. A private monsoon, a localized surprise. The photos are bleeding, the ink is all blurred, just like the always and every last word. I'm treading water in the place we used to sleep, while the secrets we buried are starting to weep. Maybe the roof just couldn't take the weight of a love that turned into a heavy, dark fate. Or maybe the house is just crying for you, doing the things that I'm too proud to do. I'm shivering under a ceiling of lead, wishing the storm would just move to my head. It's raining indoors, a storm in the hall. Water is rising and I'm starting to fall. The storm didn't stay on the other side of the glass. It followed your ghost and it won't let me pass. No thunder, no lightning, just a steady cold pour of everything we aren't anymore. I'm drowning in a house that used to be a shore. Now it's raining indoors. Drop, drop. It never seems to stop. So to the bone, left all alone in the rain inside. Heart. I thought if I ran fast enough, I'd leave the ghost behind. Cross the state line, change my name, and quiet down my mind. But every street lamp that I pass just pulls the shape along, a long dark mirror of everything that's wrong. I stop for coffee in a town where no one knows my face, but your silhouette is waiting there, taking up the space. I'm chasing the horizon, trying to find the light, but the sun is just a spotlight for the middle of the night. And no matter how I pivot, no matter how I turn, there's a lesson in the darkness that I refuse refuse to learn. You're the shadow at my heels, the weight upon the ground, the only bit of us that's still hanging around. I can't outrun the silence, I can't outwalk the black. Every step I take forward is just pulling you back. Attached at the soul stitch I can't unseal. Just me and the shadow at my heels. It stretches out before me when the day is nearly done. A jagged reminder of the things we should have won. It doesn't make a sound, it doesn't say a word. The most painful conversation that I've never heard. I try to step on it, to crush it in the dirt, but you can't kill a memory and you can't kill the hurt. When the clouds come out to hide the sun, I think I'm finally free, but the darkness just gets bigger till it swallows all of me. It's not just on the pavement, it's not just on the wall, it's the way I'm standing up, it's the way I'm gonna fall. A permanent companion, an ink stain on the floor of the man, girl, I was before you walked out the door. You're the shadow at my heels, the weight upon the ground, the only bit of us that's still hanging around. I can't outrun the silence, I can't outwalk the black. Every step I take forward is just pulling you back. Attached at the soul stitch I can't unseal. Just me and the shadow at my heels. Walk a mile, you're there. Turn a corner, everywhere the sun goes down, but you stay near. My only friend is the ghost right here. The suitcase is open, gasping for air, like a wound in the middle of the room we share. You're folding the sweaters, the ones that I bought, ignoring the battles we already fought. Your eyes are on the door, mine are on your hands. I found it face down in the back of the drawer, under a stack of things I don't need anymore. The chemicals are bleeding, the edges are curl, a low resolution version of our little world. You're leaning against the old brick wall, back when we thought we'd never ever fall. But the sun's been eating the colors away, turning the gold into a sickly gray, and your smile is dissolving into the white, like a ghost getting lost in the morning light. It's just a tattered Polaroid, a chemical eye of a July morning in a cloudless sky. I'm holding on to paper that's falling apart, just like the rhythm of a tired out heart. I can barely see where your hand meets mine, in the fuzzy static of a blurred outline, a frozen moment, a jagged edged toy, nothing but a tattered Polaroid. I tried to smooth the creases with the side of my thumb, but the more that I touch it, the more I feel numb. There's a tear through the middle, right through your chest. Maybe the camera knew more than the rest. It's grainy and yellow, it's stained by the years, and a couple of marks that look suspiciously like tears. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but these are the saddest ones I've ever heard. It's a once upon a time that I can't let go, even though the faces are starting to show. The cracks in the gloss and the wear in the soul of a story that ended without being whole. Yeah, it's just a tattered Polaroid, a chemical eye of a July morning in a cloudless sky. I'm holding on to paper that's falling apart, just like the rhythm of a tired out heart. I can barely see where your hand meets mine, in the fuzzy static of a blurred outline, a frozen moment, jagged edged toy, nothing but a tattered Polaroid. Shake it, watch it come back, watch the colors slowly fade to black. Just a scrap of paper, just a piece of us, turn into dust. The sound of paper being folded. Da, 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 I checked the pockets of my winter coat, looking for a receipt or a frantic note, something to prove that you were actually here. But the closets are empty and the surface is clear. I tried to buy back the way that we felt, but the gold in my palm started to melt. The bank is closed and the lights are down on the loneliest street in this hollow town. I'm reaching for something to hold or to keep, but the shadows are long and the silence is deep. Now tears are all I own, my only currency, a liquid I'd sell every memory of the way that you move, just to find a second of something to prove that I wasn't a phantom in your private play, a character you decided to write away. But the ledger is dry and the ink is all run, like the heat of a cold and indifferent sun. They say you can't take it with you when you go, but I'm carrying a weight that they'll never know. A heavy, wet burden in the palms of my hands, building a castle on sinking sands. I'm rich in the sorries I never got to say, as I throw the last of my treasure away. Yeah, tears are all I own, my only currency, a liquid reminder of what used to be. I'm spending them all on the ghost of your name, in a world that forgot how to feel the same. No silver, no gold, no house and no home, just a saltwater kingdom where I sit alone. The wealth of our love has turned into stone, and tears are all I own. Nothing in the safe, nothing in the safe, nothing in the air, just a heavy heart, just a heavy heart, and a vacant stare. Count them out one by one until the crying is finally done. I'm sitting at the table where we carved our names, watching the candles lick the edges of the frames. There's a vintage bottle that we saved for a win, but I'm pulling the cork just to let the night in. It's a vintage of sorrow, a harvest of regret, the finest of memories I haven't killed yet. I take a sip and I feel the sting of every forever, and every gold ring is heavy as velvet and sharp as a knife, the concentrated essence of a broken life. Oh, it's the bittersweet, the nectar and the thorn, the beautiful wreckage of the day we were born. It's the sugar on the rim and the salt in the wound, the symphony playing but horribly out of tune. I'm savoring the poison, I'm drinking the ghost of the person in the mirror who misses you the most. It's a dark, heavy vintage, a beautiful defeat. God, I'm drowning in the bittersweet. I remember the honey, the sunlight, the grace, the way that the world felt when I touched your face. But the finish is ashen, the aftertaste is cold, like a promise that stayed in the cellar too long, growing old. I'm swirling the glass, watching the might have been dance in the last dying embers of a second-hand romance. If it didn't hurt this much, would it mean as much now? Would the I love yous carry the same kind of vow? The agony's proof that the magic was real. It's the price that I pay for the way that the beautiful wreckage of the day we were born. It's the sugar on the rim and the salt in the wound, the symphony playing but horribly out of tune. I'm savoring the poison, I'm drinking the ghost of the person in the mirror who misses you the most. It's a dark, heavy vintage, a beautiful defeat. God, I'm drowning in the bittersweet. One more drop for the road we didn't take. One more swallow for the heart we didn't break. So sweet, so bitter, the taste of us.
The sound of a glass being set down firmly.
It wasn't a scream or a slamming of glass. It wasn't the thunder we thought would pass. Just a Tuesday morning, a look in your eye, a little too much of a hollow goodbye. You reach for the sugar, reach for your hand, and felt the first shifting of tectonic sand. The porcelain's white and the surface is deep, but there's a secret that the edges can't keep. A hairline fracture, a silver thin line, the beginning of your life unraveling from mine. It was the first crack in the middle of us, a tiny betrayal of centuries of trust. You didn't even notice, you didn't even see how the light started leaking away from me. The structure is standing, the roof is still there, but I can feel the cold of the winter air coming through the kitchen, coming through the black, right through the center of the first crack. Now I'm checking the corners, I'm checking the walls, waiting for the moment the ceiling falls. We're still making dinner, we're still making plans, but I'm seeing the trembling in both of our hands. Once you see the break, you can't look away. It grows by an inch, every word that we say. Can we glue it with sorry? Can we tape it with time? Or is the damage a slow motion crime? I'm holding my breath so the vibration stops, but I'm hearing the sound of the first heavy drops of a storm that was born in a quiet mistake. Now I'm just waiting for the whole thing to break, yeah. It was the first crack in the middle of us, a tiny betrayal of centuries of trust. You didn't even notice, you didn't even see how the light started leaking away from me. The structure is standing, the roof is still there, but I can feel the cold of the winter air coming through the kitchen, coming through the black, right through the center of the first crack. Just a line no bigger than a hair, but I know the ending is already there. The first crack, the beginning of the end.
emotions incomplete, like a house with all the lights out on a dead-end street. There's a ghost of an expression hanging off my face, a memory of a person from a much warmer place. I try to lift the corners, try to force the line, but the muscles have forgotten how to make it shine. It wasn't just the us, it wasn't just the we, it was the version of the world you used to help me see. Now the colors are muted, the brightness is low, and there's a part of my spirit that I had to let go. Searching for the grin I lost in the wreckage of your goodbye, looking for a spark beneath the heavy leaden sky. It used to be so easy, it used to be so real. Now it's just a costume, a mask made of steel. I'm digging through the boxes, I'm sifting through the frost, but I can't find the rhythm of the grin I lost. Somebody told a joke today, I heard the room ignite. I waited for the feeling, for the flash of inner light, but it felt like a transmission from a planet far away, a language I don't speak anymore, a part I cannot play. You took the punchline with you when you packed your bags and left me in this silence, this comedy of theft. Is it buried in the garden? Is it drowning in the sink? Is it at the bottom of every glass I drink? I'm tired of the I'm fines and the half-hearted curse, of the hollowed out happy that nobody deserves. I wanna feel the lightning, I wanna feel the bloom, but there's a vacant expression in every single room. Searching for the grin I lost in the wreckage of your goodbye, looking for a spark beneath the heavy leaden sky. It used to be so easy, it used to be so real. Now it's just a costume, a mask made of steel. I'm digging through the boxes, I'm sifting through the frost, but I can't find the rhythm of the grin I lost. Just a straight line, just a blank stare. The boy girl who used to laugh isn't really there. Still searching, still lost. I found an old video buried in deep in a folder of secrets I promised to keep. It's only 6 seconds, a flash in the dark of you in the kitchen, a literal spark. and I'm sitting here with the volume turned high, trying to catch the tail of a high and a by. The screen is all pixels, the edges are blurred, but I'm hung on the shape of every last word. I'm reaching for something the glass won't let through, just a digital shadow of a version of you. And I'm tracing your laugh like a map in the air, trying to find where the music went, trying to care. It's a ghost of a sound, it's a bell in the night, but the more that I listen, it doesn't feel right, because the silence that follows is a heavy black stone, and I'm tracing your laugh all on my own. I can see how your eyes used to crinkle and fold before all the stories we started grew old. It's a melody now that I can't quite play, a frequency fading a little each day. I'm humming along to a ghost of a tune under the light of a cold and different moon. If I play it enough, will the air start to warm? Will the static and salt start to take on a form? But the replay is cruel and the loop is a lie. It's just a recording of a long gone goodbye, and my finger is shaking as I touch the screen at the happiest person I've ever seen. Yeah, I'm tracing your laugh like a map in the air, trying to find where the music went, trying to care. It's a ghost of a sound, it's a bell in the night, but the more that I listen, it doesn't feel right, because the silence that follows is a heavy black stone, and I'm tracing your laugh all on my own. Press play one more time, the ghost of a rhythm, the ghost of a rhyme. Then it stops, tracing your laugh. Silence. The lamp on the bedside is flickering low, a tired confession of it's time to go. I'm watching the filament struggle and burn for a lesson in leaving I still haven't learned.
The room is a graveyard of things we once said, and now they're just shadows hanging over the bed.
I'm reaching for matches, I'm reaching for you, but the air is too heavy and the matches are blue. The warmth of your skin was my only defense. Now the cold is the only thing making any sense. And when the light dies, I'm left in the gray with the ghost of the words that I couldn't quite say. The colors are bleeding, the edges are gone, and I'm terrified of a permanent dawn. I can't find my way through the
remember the glow of your face in the dark.
How a single forever could kindle a spark.
But the oil is dry and the wick is all black.
And there isn't a prayer that can bring the fire back. I'm sitting in charcoal, I'm sitting in soot, with the weight of the ending under my foot. Is it easier this way, to not have to see the look on your face when you're looking at me? The pitch black is honest, the darkness is kind. It hides all the pieces I'm leaving behind. But I'm shivering, shaking, a child in the night who finally realized he's lost the fight. Yeah, when the light dies, I'm left in the gray with the ghost of the words that I couldn't quite say. The colors are bleeding, the edges are gone, and I'm terrified of a permanent dawn. I can't find my way through the rooms of this heart when the vision is gone and we're drifting apart. No flicker, no flame, just a sigh and a cries in the hollowed out silence when the light dies. Click, the bulb goes cold, the story is finally told. Just the dark and the never again. This is the place where the lights all end.
Long low hum that ends in a sudden silence. Long low hum that ends in a sudden silence. Long low hum that ends in a sudden silence. Long low hum that ends in a sudden silence.
I still leave a little space on the left side of the bed, folding back the sheets just like you're there. There's a ghost in the hallway, a weight in the air, and a silence so loud that it's hard to bear. I keep checking my phone for a ghost of a ring, but the screen stays dark like every damn thing. They say time is a healer, a thief in the night, but time's just a room with no window or light. And I'm pacing the floorboards, tracing your name while the world stays the same. This is the place where I fall apart, in the hollowed out ribs of a broken heart, where the I love yous echo and then they go cold. And I'm holding on to stories that'll never be told. Yeah, the world keeps moving, I see it through glass, watching the shadows of everything pass. But right here in the dark, in the beat of the air, is where I finally break. I walk past the cafe where we first sat down. It felt like a grave in the middle of town. I bought 2 coffees and I don't know why. One for the girl who didn't say goodbye. The steam hit my face like a memory of skin. How do I let the new life begin? I'm tired of being strong for the people who ask. I'm tired of wearing this smiling mask. I just wanna scream till my lungs turn to dust, at the forever that turned into us, at the plans that we made that are rotting away in the mess of today. This is the place where I fall apart,
Yeah, you're everywhere.
I finally swept the glass from the hall and painted the shadows off of every wall. The air had grown steady, the static had cleared. I'd finally conquered the ghost that I feared. But the latch on the gate gives a familiar click, and the flame jumps back to the end of the wick. Just when I'm breathing, you come again, like a sudden October, like a cold front rain. You don't even knock, you just walk through the ghost of the version of me I miss the most. It's a cycle of salt, it's a beautiful pain to watch all my healing go down in the drain. You're standing there wearing that old tired grin, and I'm opening doors that I swore were shut in. When the low and the fortress I built starts to shake, one look and I'm counting the hearts I might break. I should be a mountain, I should be a stone, but I'm just a house that's been too long alone. Why is the timing so perfectly wrong? Just when I'm finally finding my song, you're the needle that skips on the record I play, turning my go into please won't you stay. Yeah, just when I'm breathing, you come again, like a sudden October, like a cold front rain. You don't even knock, you just walk through the ghost of the version of me that I miss the most. It's a cycle of salt, it's a beautiful pain to watch all my healing go down in the drain. Here we go, back to the start. One more time for the break in my heart.